Welcome to Reader's Workshop today. First, let's just remember what we did yesterday. If you remember yesterday, we added theme to our discussion. Remember, theme is a life lesson. We learned that theme is something we can think about when characters have worked through a problem or a conflict. It is often something we discuss toward the end of a book. We also used this chart yesterday. This chart helped us think through the problem or the conflict and what the bigger issue or the big idea really was. That issue helped us develop a theme statement. So, as you're using your chart today, be sure to think of the issue as also the big idea. And also think of the theme statement as a life lesson. Now remember, when you're trying to think about the problem is always going to begin with the details from the story. So let's take a look at these details. Let's see if we can figure out what the problem really is. Miss Malone made me the munchkin that gives Dorothy the gift. Now everyone will see me, and then they'll laugh at me. What if I handed Dorothy the gift and everyone in the audience whispered to each other, "A Chinese munchkin? There's no such thing as a Chinese munchkin." Now, the author doesn't come right out and shout out the problem. We have to figure it out from these details. So we can use this chart to put the problem in our own words. So think for a minute, what do you think the problem is? In my words, I would say Grace is worried that looking Chinese makes her the wrong choice for the part of the gift-giving munchkin. But that's not the big issue. That's not the big idea. If I were to try to think about what the big idea is, I would say, I think that Grace doesn't feel good enough. She is insecure about being Chinese. So now I've got to think about what the life lesson is. If Grace is feeling insecure about being Chinese, what's the life lesson? I might say, if we worry too much about not being good enough or feeling insecure, we may miss out on all the joy of special opportunities. And honestly, I think Grace missed out on the fun of the play because she worried so much about being Chinese. Now I want you guys to try this with a little bit more independence. So we're going to give it a go. Okay, let's give this a try. Go ahead and read these details with your teacher and see if you can start to think about how you would write the problem in your own words. Pause the video and try that now. Okay, you've had a chance to think about what the problem is, and maybe you've jotted that on your chart. But now, let's think about what the big idea or the big issue is. And remember, an issue might be something you jot down in 1 or 2 or 3 words. So pause the video and see if you can identify what the big idea or the issue might be. Try it now. Okay, and lastly, let's see what life lesson or theme statement can we grow out of the big idea or the issue. Now remember, you may have different life lessons or different theme statements, and that's okay. Discuss it and see what you can come up with. Okay, you've had a chance now to think about putting the problem in your own words, what the issue or the big idea is, and also a theme statement or a life lesson. Now you're going to continue to use this chart to give yourself some practice today and tomorrow. Remember, giving yourself this type of practice will make you a much stronger reader when thinking about themes.